Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jacob Scrivens. This is my career presentation for Year 2 Journalism at Exeter College, and today's date is 15th of May 2013. I've learned many things over the time I've been on this course, the main one being confidence. I thought I would struggle at first, but then I got to realise that I'm better than I first thought. The thing that most intimidated me was going out into the public and getting information on news stories. I thought that this would be really hard, but when we got out onto the streets and with a camera, we started getting so hard. I thought it would be intimidating going up, approaching members of the public for information on news stories. But when we went out with a group and a camera, I realised it's a lot easier than I first thought, because people love to be on camera. I've learnt that I'm better at most things than I first thought. I initially thought I'd struggle compared to the others on ability levels. But really, with a feature writing, I found this was a strength of mine, compared to my news stories, which weren't very good. My news stories aren't really at a standard which I want them to be, but this is something I can improve on. Best advice I'd give somebody starting this course, like myself, is really try hard at learning to use software like Final Cut Pro or InDesign, because these things really help, because it took me quite a long time to learn how to use these competently. As being a journalist, a lot of the work is independent, and you'll need to go and do stuff yourself and produce the work yourself to make money. When I learned to use the software well, I realised this maximised my potential and I could produce better work than I first thought. Researching jobs online, I found one in New York, which seems... can you start it?
Right, let's go.
Okay guys, right, so whenever you're ready. Yep.
Researching for jobs online, this is a job I found, which was in New York. It's a sports journalism job about football. I know New York is unrealistic, but you never know if you try. This job is reporting on soccer summer transfers. To them, it's us, it's football, to them it's soccer. This requires a good subject knowledge and a lot of independence. This would be really good for me, as I feel I have a really good subject knowledge on football. It didn't specify the salary, but it did specify that it was 40 hours a week, and the deadlines are a must, and you cannot fail. Another job I found was a staff writer at Sport magazine. This one seems a lot more detailed. Jesus. It says you need to have excellent subject knowledge on all sports, so it's not just football. So this one seems to be a backup plan, really, for me. It says it is a junior role, so they're looking for an applicant who is very hungry to succeed. It will be associated with talk sport as well, so learning radio would be vital. The skill I still need to really improve on is writing news stories. My news stories are not up to a standard where I want them to be. I'm feeling really good about my features, but lacking on news. Another area I can really improve on is getting work done early. I repeatedly left work towards the end and it has caused a mad rush to get work done. This has really affected the quality of my work. My responsibility as a journalist is to report the facts and do it in a fair way. Keeping to ethical standards is important, along with abiding by the law. As being a journalist, what you write can affect people's lives and businesses and their reputation. If you're an unemployed writer, you have a responsibility to represent your employers in the best manner possible. This can lead to many negative things, such as court cases and worst case scenarios, the sack. This is a quote from the BBC Ethics General Introduction. At its simplest, ethics is a system of moral principles. They affect how people make decisions and lead their lives. Ethics is a general part of journalism. When I leave here, I will be going to do a third year at Southampton Solent University to do 1 year of sports journalism to make my degree in honours. My ideal job would to be a feature writer for a sports magazine. I cannot think of anything better than travelling the world and watching football and getting paid for it. If I could follow in the footsteps of anyone, it would be the football writer Graham Hunter. He writes on Spanish football and is a huge figure in the media at Barcelona. He has incredible knowledge of the game and the club and has an amazing career in journalism. In 10 years' time, I hope to be writing features on sports for a magazine. I want to be in print and not online. I know online is a bigger growing business, but hard copies seem more rewarding to me as a writer. To predict my future day in the future, predict what my day will be like in the future. My day will consist of getting up early in a big city, travelling to a sports stadium or training ground and interviewing the most famous professional sports stars on the planet. If I can achieve this, then I'll die a happy man. That's it.
You've had a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 years, I've enjoyed this course very much, but at the start, I was very apprehensive. After what happened in the summer of 2011, before I started, when I moved to America, but it didn't work out for me, and I came back. I thought it was all up for me. But then I found this course, and I applied and gave it a go. For initially, I thought I was going to be a loner for the rest of the year and not have any friends. But then I came to make a lot of really good new friends. It really helped me over the last 2 years. Everything was so new to me, camera equipment, using cameras, using Apple Macs and software. I really thought this wasn't going to work out for me, but I stuck to it and I was really happy I did, because eventually now I can use Final Cut successfully. The biggest experiences for me were the live news days. I really enjoyed them, going to Parliament and meeting politicians there, which I never thought I'd really do or be interested in. It really surprised me. So I can edit this out, can't I? I never thought 2 years ago I'd be going to university in Southampton. I knew I wanted to go to university, but I didn't think it would really happen the way it has. It's been, I think we'll start spinning off as I go.
That's going to sound really good. Absolutely brilliant. Do you talk more about the second year then? Tell us more about the second year.
Try to think. Let me just edit this out.
Do you want me to pause it?
My Final Cut Pro, now I can use it.
So you talked about the first year there, so go back to the second year now.
Yeah.
So how's that been? And can you talk about the live news day that you organised as well?
Yeah. Okay, I can. Shall I just go?
Yeah, still going.
The second year's been really eye-opening for me. I really matured more than I thought I would as a person and as a writer. My features have really improved as well as I gave it another go and learned to do more research, and as I learned new things I knew I could produce better work. I learned to become more responsible for groups as well, as in I'm used to being in groups, but trying to run a whole group and lead them is a different story. I organised my own live news day, which I didn't think ever I would do. I didn't think I'd be responsible enough to do, but I did it successfully and I managed to manage people in the best way possible. I'll stop there because I just forgot.
Alright.
Sports journalism is an easy choice for me because it's my passion. I love sports and it's just second nature really. It's like just breathing and eating and sleeping sports. I think my dream would be to be a feature writer on sports or involved in any sports media. I'm not interested in anything else other than maybe something out of my comfort zone like nature or something. When we did a nature program for our sorry. Yeah, no, I've lost it. It's gone.